Hello again, welcome to today's attempt at the Stepdle puzzle. This is my 20th Stepdle puzzle of the year. On the 19th, all of my guesses started with the 19th letter, which was S. So this being my 20th attempt, all of my starting guesses will start with a T. Let's see how that works out for me. I'm going to take this opportunity to start with take. Wow, 4 greys. That is pretty unlucky with that selection of letters, I think. Let's just rush on with some new letters. That is a lot better. We've got the U, but it could well be an O-U-R ending. So we might be in a hard mode trap because it could be your or for or poor, and probably some other options. Let's just go through them one at a time. It is a hard mode trap. Oh dear. At least it wasn't dour, because that would have meant it took me at least one extra guess. Anyway, we got there in 5. Not too bad. Not brilliant, but not too bad. What's a 5-letter word that starts with T? I don't know why I'm drawn to using the K again, but token is a word that doesn't duplicate any letters and doesn't use just really common letters. So I think let's go for that. The D is the only correct letter, but that's better than getting all greys like we had on the previous one. I will be bursting with pride if this guess is correct. Oh, it's not, but it's very helpful. Is the R going to be first or second? Can't be roast. Probably going to be second then, isn't it? Can't be first. The R could be the first letter, but the answer can't be the word first. Right, it can't be crust. What is if it's going to be a vowel, isn't there? I suppose it could be a Y. But it can't be tryst, because that would start with a T as well, and we've ruled that out. Grist? That's not common enough, surely. But I am struggling to think of any other options. Oh, it is an R-I-S-T. So what is that first letter? Oh, it's a silent W, of course it is. That's tricky. Was not thinking of silent letters. Right, what's a 6-letter word that starts with a T? How about trophy? Because I'm hoping to win a trophy by getting this solved quickly. I know there isn't actually a trophy involved. There isn't even a single correct letter involved. This has been a complete disaster. But we have scaled greater depths than this, or heights, however that sentence was meant to be phrased. Let's just use 6 new letters. That's much more like it, but they're all yellow. Why have I not got anything green? Why is nothing in the right place? I mean, it could be decade. Maybe there's only these 4 letters involved. I really don't like trying duplicated letters, but I thought of the word now, and it is a very plausible word, so I think we've got to go for it. It is correct. Wow, that did not take me a decade to solve. Right, a 7-letter word that starts with a T. I don't know why I'm drawn to the word Tsarina. I don't like duplicating the A, of course, but this is quite an uncommon word, so let's give it a go. Wow, only T and N out of all of those really common letters. Right, we know it's not an ing ending now. Could be an ed ending, but it can't be er. I think we've got to try the ed, because that's the only common ending left. So how about blunted? Oh, that's blunted all of my attempts to get this quickly. We can only use O and U out of the vowels. That might make things very tricky. Is it going to be an OUT sequence, perhaps? Oh, it can't be outdone, because we've ruled out the E. Other than that, that was almost a great shout. What else starts OUD? OUT rather. Out something. I'm not sure there's a common enough word here, so we have to think of a different sequence of letters. This might be a difficult one. We're surely going to have to use the O. We could use a Y if we needed another vowel-like letter. But I'm not convinced that's going to work. it's just not knowing the end of this word. That's what makes it difficult. It could be O-U-G-H-T, but then we would have to use the D and the N as the first two letters, which obviously is not going to work. Could be a U-N beginning, but with the D not being last, it can't be unnoted, undone, or anything like that. Lots of words that start UN, I think, would end with an ED sequence. Oh dear. What are we going to do about this? Donut. That's either spelled with 5 letters or 8 letters, depending on whether you spell it correctly or not. Americans. I mean, it uses all of these letters and it only uses other letters that we haven't used, but clearly it's not going to be correct. But I don't know what is going to be correct. I might just have to go for something that is definitely not correct, just to give myself some more information. But again, even if I do that, what is a sensible thing to try? We've got some pretty uncommon letters left. Let's just try a bunch of new letters. We'll go for chomped. Ah, it starts with a C. That is very helpful. Okay, so it can't be conduit. What on earth else uses those 6 letters? Con something. Conduct. We can duplicate the C, of course we can. Oh, I feel like I should have thought of that a bit sooner, but never mind. 16 total guesses, definitely not my best, but also not my worst. There were some tricky ones there, or at least ones that I made look tricky. Let me know if you solved a few of those before I did. Well done if so. That is Stepdle Puzzle T. Thank you for watching, and now go and take 2 and have a cup of tea. Bye for now.